Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another reading for Libra. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Libra, thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. And the deck splits on the Ace of Wands. So you are ready. You're ready for a new beginning. You're looking for happiness. You're going to get it because you have an ace, which is all the potential. It's yours. If you want it, you reach out and take it. Spirit is giving it to you. But you're not trusting something. You're not trusting your feelings. You are holding back on how you really feel about someone. Destiny is kicking in with a marriage or a serious relationship, or taking a relationship to a higher level. But somebody is being stubborn, or you are being stubborn. There's a lot of talk that is not happening, that should be happening. Wanting, again, that Ace of Wands coming back as the page. So setting out on what you really want, not talking about what you really want. Being able to change that mind. Destiny. You're going to do it. If you really want your happiness, you're going to have to speak to someone. In particular, Queen of Cups. Could be that, again, holding back on emotions, not trusting feelings, and overcoming that sense of loss. And then we see the deck split here with the Strength card. Again, finding the courage to overcome. And then we see the Seven of Swords. So really taking stock of what you want and taking those steps forward, because what was in the past has not come to fruition. Again, overcoming a sense of loss. And then we saw the Ten of Wands just showing itself there. And now we have the Magician. So ending up of a cycle, beginning anew. Manifesting what you want. That is how you're going to get to meet the person that you want to be with, unless the person that's on your mind is the person that you want to be with, and you're having trouble speaking to them. It's going to take all of what you have in you to approach them, Libra. You will have to make the move yourself, step forward. But you're holding back on that. And maybe it's because you don't trust. Again, you don't trust how you feel, or you don't trust how they're going to react. But it will make change happen. It will make the justice come forward. I mean, if you speak, if you reach out, if you are willing to approach them, then everything will change. New beginnings will happen. Person most on your mind, probably waiting for you to come forward. Okay, let's cut. Again, I'm using the Smith-Waite tarot and choosing the cards at random. So the first card out is the situation. The second card is how you're dealing with it. The third card is how the next person is dealing with the situation. Let's make sure they're in focus. And we have the fourth card is Spirit's advice on how to deal with the situation. To turn it this way. Fifth card is how you are dealing with it, as advice goes. And the sixth card is how the next person is. I'm just going to shift these cards. Potential outcome here, of course, it changes if you don't follow the advice of Spirit, or if you choose to follow it. Oh, sorry. There's too much movement here. Here's what your reaction would be, or your behavior to the outcome, and here is how the person most on your mind will react. So I see I'm starting a trend. I did it with Aries, I'm doing it with you. I think for this read, I just do this. I mean, I only do it once, so I don't remember, but the bird keeps coming up. So There's news to come. It's a question of talking, someone coming, you're waiting, because she waits. She waits, she's patient, she's ready, she's willing to listen, but the news is coming. So someone is coming to talk. Either you are or they are. But we're far off still. We're not ready. We're not ready to talk about serious relationship, having that new beginning. Other people are involved here. It seems that we could be worried about a third party, or we're trying to deal with things on a level of adventure where we want to have that victory. We want to step up, raise the bar, in other words. Want to be innovative. But working with other people is complicated. So situation in itself is complicated, or feeling that if you get into a relationship or take this relationship to a high level, it will become complicated. Having third parties and such. But here we see we want to move on. We want to leave third parties behind, or we want to go off on an adventure. We want to give that innovation. We want to make it happen. We want to see it happen. We want to go off on our own. We want to be independent. Libra. Getting over what was in the past, that sense of being left out, feeling that you have to move away from that. Want to get peace of mind, feeling that you were betrayed, being in third parties, wanting to reconcile with someone who's put you out in the cold, or maybe they're feeling that you put them out into the cold. Either way, it's a mindset of, I want to do things my way, but waiting, but the news is not far. It's far, but it's not too far. They're not ready. Either you are not ready or they are not ready. The person most on your mind could be dealing with fire signs too. Air signs, fire signs, or just embodying that energy. But we see Jupiter showing up here with temperance, and that is patience. So again, could be earth signs too. Nonetheless, the patience is in the Queen of Swords, and the healing is in the Queen of Wands. Could be finding that balance within the feminine side, because they're queens here. Could be a same-sex relationship. Could be that we're struggling with understanding the next person on a feminine level, as in being more courteous, as in being more receiving, as being more willing and open. On both sides. Having that struggle, wanting to have a communication, but unable to speak clearly because there's too many variables. Again, could be third parties. Changes in the air, healing and changing, growing and learning from the experience of being betrayed, because we saw that, and well, I don't know, now I don't remember what I saw, but that sense of feeling left out or being pushed aside, or feeling that you need to leave, feeling unwanted, feeling like you don't belong, feeling like there's three is a crowd for some, and I can't be here, I don't feel comfy here, I need to leave. Even though there's a celebration, you're feeling lonely, you're not invited to the party. There is a commitment. Again, the commitment is to change, or feeling that there is change coming with the healing. But again, with time, with patience, the commitment will develop and there will be a healing. Again, we see the Four of Cups showing up as 4 and 2 makes 6. So we're looking at the true love here. We're looking at going back in time. We're looking about talking about the past. We're looking at changing the plans. Again, we're waiting, we're being patient. So let's see, the situation is again the 5 of Cups. So we're getting over loss. We're getting over a sense of, I miss you. Someone is missing, or you're both missing each other. You're holding back, and they are holding back too. But they are holding back on talking. They're holding back on communicating with you. They don't want to talk to you. Or they're waiting for the right moment to approach you. You are not trusting. You're keeping things to yourself. You're really holding on to what you value. You really don't trust that there will be a sense of home with this person. Spirit's advice is to go with your heart, follow what you love, put that first and foremost. Make an offer if it is that you want to make that offer. Maybe you're holding back because you don't think that they will accept your offer. But they're waiting. Could be that you're dealing with another air sign. Could be that you're dealing with somebody who is divorced. Could be that you've been burned, they've been burned. And the moment isn't right, but the offer wants to be made. Spirit is saying to follow your heart. Go with what you love. Have the courage, find the courage to step up. You're worried, you're overthinking the situation. That's Libra. Stop thinking so hard. What's the worst thing that could happen? And it usually doesn't, you know. It's only in your mind. They are thinking that this cycle is coming to an end. They are looking at just desserts. They are looking at having that trophy, being a winner, seeing things come through, waiting for the right moment to make that offer. Maybe they're thinking that this relationship has come to an end because there is no offer. You have anxiety, but you need to speak about that anxiety. Victory is yours. Maybe there's an ego involved here that needs to be tempered. Sixes and nines. It's a little complicated here. Again, third parties. Could be that we're looking for attention. This cycle has come to an end. They're looking at things differently, huh? That patience, that communication, going off and being adventurous and going off being alone, moving on, moving away, not feeling wanted, feeling betrayed, feeling that there's a third party involved, needing time to heal, to grow and change and find that commitment within. You need to have that conversation because somebody's feeling like, I've seen this, I've done this, I don't want this anymore. Because there's an ego. Libra, maybe you need to speak to someone, have that second chance, make that offer. You never know. If you really want to be with them, you'll know if it is for you. Again, there's a third party. Maybe they are dealing with a third party and they have to come to an end. Again, dealing with someone who's getting divorced. Because the time it's there, but it's far off, but not that far off. The bird is still visible. So message that will come that third party is ending. Divorce is final. Victory is theirs. For some. For others, could be that what they were into, they needed to complete that cycle so that they could now come to you. Patience. Patience is the key to this read. All right, let's see the thoughts. Person most on your mind for Libra. Taking them at random. Can't come to you now is what they're thinking. It's not the right time. You have to wait a little bit. They're missing you as much as you're missing them. The way I have treated you is wrong. For some, it's about third parties. For some, it's about an ego. For some, it's about lack of trust. You need to overcome that anxiety. Maybe that is where conversation needs to happen. Let's take another one. What do you see in me? Same for the same connection with the way that I have treated you is wrong. They're thinking that, why would you want to be with them? I can't talk to you right now. Really, it's a no. This side here, they can't talk. I'm going to take one more. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. So there it is. For Libra, overcoming, not trusting, feeling that you can't go. For some, it's overpowering the I can't, and it's not right, and it's not happening. It's not ready. They're not ready. Just give them a little time. Libra, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.